Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. I started off by running in a random direction out of habit. But we don't have any birthdays today, so we are free as a kite, free as a bird. What is the saying? I don't know. Anyway, we're in good humor today, which is fitting because I am as well. I had a very strange day today. Strange good, strange unfortunate, strange, and either way, I like strange, so it was one for the record books. And I guess right off the bat, I'm just gonna go ahead and say the channel. We got a bunch of subs today. I don't know what happened. I mean, I know it was the Palea video, so if any of you are watching this from Palea, welcome. Oh my, we have to fix our fence. Although I do like the crumbling look of it. But I know we got a lot of views on the most recent Palea video, and therefore there has been an influx of subscribers, something like, I don't know, like 20-some people? It's crazy. So thank all of you for being here. Welcome. Welcome to Old Man Farm if you're from Palea. This is where most of the week's goings-on take place. But, anyway, we're just shy of 250 subs, and like I said, I know it's kind of an arbitrary goal, but that was the next one I had in my head was the 250 mark, and like I said, it doesn't affect much, but it's just crazy to me how quickly things are changing around here. As far as the subscriber count, the number of comments, I'll probably throw them up on the screen right now. So many comments today, out of nowhere. I even got one that I was like kind of snarky, and I was so excited about it. I got a couple of dislikes on some videos today. It was wonderful. I love it. I love knowing that enough people are watching my video that I'm getting angry people, or at least just grumpy. Not saying I want more grumpy comments, but I'm saying that the real ones that actually are grumpy comments, not just doing it because it's funny. It's funny to me. So anyway, that was pretty amazing to me. I was at work. I just checked on today's video, and I literally had to double take because the subscriber count and view counts had gone up so drastically that I don't know. I was just confused. So welcome to all of you that are new, and what do you say to people who are returning? I guess that's still welcome, right? Huh? Welcome back. That's what you say. There you go, Sid. Basic English. Yeah, welcome back if you are returning. But okay, so on the docket for today, like I said, I think we are going to go to either the skull cabin, maybe just the mine. I guess we should. There's no reason not to go to the skull cabin, but we need stone. Even before the fence was crumbling, I had planned on getting some more stone because I wanted to extend the fence. So we will be heading to do some kind of cave spelunking adventure today. But in the meantime from that, I'll tell you the few other things that happened today. Less exciting to me than the various YouTube news, but I had about 8 people come up to me at work and go, "Hey, did you know your car is a flat tire?" Yeah, thank you. Yes, I did. And, it's one of those things that by like the 8th time, I was like, I should just post a sign on my back that says, "Yes, I know the tire is flat. I appreciate your concern," or something. But, so I had to immediately after work, change that tire, put the spare on or whatever. And, it was, it's the kind of thing that everyone was like, "Oh, that sucks to have to do right after your work." Well, hey man, I'm out of work either way, so the way I see it, it's kind of a win-win. I don't really mind have to change a tire, even if it is directly after work. But, so that was unexpected, and I would say, although not bad, it was sort of, you know, it was a happening that would probably generally be considered negative, although I didn't much mind. So yeah, there was that, and then I got a very strange. Well, actually, my partner did. My partner got we got a message from our kid's school, and I didn't know this was a thing, that how these messages work, but it was saying that, like, one of the kids at school, a first grader, was like, I don't know, so like threatened to bring a knife to school or something, so the police are looking into it, and the kid's not allowed back at school till it gets handled, and you know, and I'm not going to get into any of the drama around that. That's a topic for a whole different scenario. But I thought it was really interesting to have this text line directly in like that, and for them to jump on it and take it so seriously so quickly was just that was nice to see. You know, from my perspective, you know, because. Again, when I was in school, I remember being, oh well, we broke when we didn't mean to. I was quite young. I want to say probably about that, first or second grade, and I remember coming home from a day of school and being mortified because actually I don't remember if I found it at school or if I found it when I got home, but I was mortified because I had pocket knives when I was a kid. You know, I did a lot of camping. I say I was relatively safe, but I literally, I mean, I think I just talked about yesterday cutting a big chunk of my finger off accidentally. But point being is, I was mortified because I had been out in the woods, you know, and I had dumped everything out of my backpack to take to school, or to take my stuff into the woods with me. And I apparently had packed my pocket knives in there and took them to school. And, you know, I just kept it hush-hush and went about my day and, you know, didn't let anyone know because I didn't have any nefarious plans or anything. It, you know, it was a true mistake. But, you know, either way, it worried me as a child, but yeah, you know, I don't know, it was different. So I thought it was pretty cool that you got a text like that, and they were taking it so seriously, like I said. So that was strange. But you know, like I said, it's unfortunate that it had to happen, but that's not even the part I think is weird. The part that I thought was odd was how quickly it was taken care of and how seriously it was taken. So anyway, enough about that. We're off to go get absolutely wrecked in the Skull Dungeon, where we can hopefully pick up some good amount of stone. So I'm not going to be rushing too hard to try and get to lower levels. I did bring the bombs and such because I figure if we find a big like grouping of rock, it is still nice to have the bombs. But as I said, I am more interested in collecting stone today than I am in progress. Although I will not turn my nose up at that either, because again, we need the iridium. We need gold and iron still for fixing the railroad in Ridgeside. Dang, I am not doing so hot. There we go. Yes, eat some cheese. We have a lot of it. I know that was a little bit... Oh, crap. I know that was a little overkill, but I'm okay with that. Here we go. See if we can get some iridium out of these slimes. Got a nice little kill box there. Oh, well, that was our downward. You know what? I'm gonna say, since there's stone everywhere, we may as well jump down, jump down floors when we find the spot. Oh, there's one right now. I do want to try to get most of the basic ores. I don't really care about that topaz as much, but I do want to break open this little jar as well, because you never know what you can find in there. So another thing, I thought this was quite funny today. Again, my partner did not go to work today. She was not feeling great, which has been a thing lately in my area. We've been a lot of people getting sick lately. But anyway, she stayed home, and she mentioned something about in yesterday's video, Yuma talking to Linus, and mentioned, "Oh crap!" Said this was the start of his serial killer arc, and I said, "Well, I guess we didn't really see how that ended. If we don't hear from Linus for a while, we know what happened." But I said, well, maybe it's his maybe it's actually his redemption arc, and because I'm pretty sure he already burns down buildings. I said, what if this is his redemption arc, and he learns from Linus to be like a nature-loving, like hippie, like naturalist, and he abandons all the dark thoughts in his head. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid, I know, but I thought it was quite funny. Oh, there we go. So also today, I forgot, when I was going to change my tire, one of my friends that I work with, he left work a little bit later, so he was on his way out when I was already there. I want to get the large rock. They are relatively efficient for gathering stone, given how few hits they take to how much product. Wow, I got hit by all of those. That was brutal. So anyway, he came down, he saw me changing my tire, and he just offered to help. And not that changing a tire is really a two-person job, but I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. He seemed adamant about it. And who am I to say no to someone just trying to be helpful? So, he's like, yeah, I just took my point, which at our job, the way it works is if you miss an amount of time, obviously you take a point, points go towards, a certain number of points, and you get, reprimanded, and up to termination and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty standard, I think. Anyway, he's like, yeah, I took my point, I'm not coming in tomorrow. And I said, oh no, are you feeling sick too? And he said, no, I'm just kind of sad, just feeling a little depressed. I guess, he had a family member die recently that he was very close to. And, I felt for him in that moment, because he, less so about the family member thing. That hits me. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm affected the same way most people are, which is not a good thing. I think that's, or maybe I have just never been close enough to, I've known people that died, but my parents are both still alive, but my stepdad is not. And although it obviously it affected me, it didn't seem to affect me as much as it did everyone else. And I liked my stepdad. I don't know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But what bothered me is that it felt like he, when someone tells you something and you can tell they are wording it in a way that they're being guarded about it, where it's almost like they wanna say more, blah blah. Well, it kind of felt like that, and so I told him. I said, hey, because we're work friends, and we have a lot in common, and I've wanted to get his number for a long time, to maybe play a video game or two, something like that. But we never have the chance at work, and by the time we're all clocking out, half the time we're both, everybody at that job is just exhausted. So anyway, I said, hey, since you got the chance, or we've got a second, let me get your number. And then, I told him, I said, don't let anyone around here get you down about taking a day off work for your mental health, you know. I told him that I know a lot of times people don't take that very seriously, be it your employer saying like, oh, whatever, it's, you know, if your legs aren't broken, come to work kind of, you know, crap. Or, you know, if it's just people around you that, oh crap, that'll just be like, you know, oh, suck it up and deal with it, quit being sad, come to work, you know. And, you know, and I told him, I was like, he actually mentioned earlier in the day that he's like, you're sick a lot, you miss a lot. Well, I don't, not that I miss a lot, but he said he hasn't, you know, he said that I was sick a lot at work, and, you know, that I said, well, most of the time when I call off, it's a mental health day. I told him I wake up some days, or sometimes even the night before, where I know that between the bipolar and the depression and blah, 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 that I wanted to get off that floor. Damn it, I wanted to get off that floor to get away from the mummy, and I walked into dragons. But yeah, I told him sometimes I am just overwhelmed. And I know that if I go to work, there's a very good chance that I'll just have a breakdown. You know, I might just start crying on the floor, or you know, if I'm trying not to be emotional, sometimes I shut down and I like depersonalize, or sometimes it just manifests in anger, and I don't want that to happen. You know, I don't want to do these things, and so I told him I take mental health days when I can, or when I need them. So anyway, my point being is it was one of those moments where I felt like I felt for him that, you know, it seemed like he was between this rock and a hard place of not wanting to miss work, but also knowing that he needed some time to himself, and then feeling, I think, a little bit, you know, like, I don't know, selfish, vulnerable. I'm not really sure what the exact emotion was, you know, in regards to feeling that way, but I don't know. I told him to take care of himself, and, you know, to get a hold of me if he needed anything, and that I think that it is very important that he take his mental health seriously, no matter what anyone around there has to say about it. You know, at the end of the day, you're the one that has to live with you. You could quit this job tomorrow, you know what I mean? But you still got to be in your own head, so take care of that space. And I know this is the pot calling the kettle black in that regards, because I definitely, you know, I struggle with that. You know, I struggle with following my own advice in that regard. But I have been trying more, and I know I mentioned a lot to you guys, you know, I always say, like, you know, take care of yourself, or, you know, be good to each other. And I think that's, you know, that's part of it to me, is just the, taking care of your mental health. And, I, to a lesser degree, I wouldn't say it's no one's obligation, or it's not no one's burden to bear, but, recognizing the mental health of those around you. And I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. It was a positive interaction that was bred from a negative situation from someone at work, and yeah, it affected me in a way, and I don't know. Now here I am sharing it with you, and oh my God, we have so much to do. Oh boy, is this our vodka? Potato juice, it's called. Really? Oh boy. Okay, we have so much in our inventory and so much to do here. We're gonna deal with this tomorrow. This is gonna be tomorrow Sid's problem, and he's gonna be very mad at himself. But it's gonna be clear and sunny, which kind of sucks, but say goodnight to Poke and Ollie. I don't know, here's Monroe. Where's Jeff? There's Jeff. But okay. We're gonna get into bed so I don't pass out, but that was a lot today, I know, and a lot is going on, and it's all crazy to me, and I love it, and I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope this video finds you well, and if it didn't find you well, I hope it leaves you well. And as I stated before, just be good to each other and yourself. Give yourself a break. Whatever you're going through right now, give yourself a break. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.